Philippe, thanks so much for sitting down with me. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
You have been in the business for an awful long time, I believe. And what would you say is your biggest success, and what is your biggest mistake that you've made in that long period?
Maybe if I consider the more than 25 years of experience in the seed business, I have been involved in plenty of positions, plenty of parts of the business, but the biggest success is for sure to have always trust and supported the innovation and the breeding, because it's key in our business to be able to provide market with innovation. Okay. And the second good decision was to develop the business to the east part of Europe. It came maybe a little bit late, but it was a very, very good decision. And at the same time, maybe the biggest mistake was to make or to last too much in making this last decision.
Yeah, you would have liked to start earlier.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure you travel a lot, all over Europe and probably also outside Europe. What would you say is your favorite place to go to?
There are plenty of them, but maybe excluding Spain, Paris or Rome as a tourist. I enjoy farming, and I consider that dealing with farmers is always very exciting. So looking at that, maybe the best place for farming is, in my point of view, Ukraine. Ukraine is an amazing country, very good structure, amazing soils, big opportunities. So regarding farming and our seed business is really a paradise.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I've been to Kiev, and it's an absolutely beautiful city. Yeah.
Also.
I know that you have recently expanded your business into Russia. Why is this so important? What do you hope to expect from that?
Well, it's an acceleration of our development, and Russia is definitively a relevant market for us. Our genetic fits perfectly with this market, and it's a huge market. So for the crop we are working on, Russia is really relevant. We are talking about 4 million hectares of corn, more than 7 million hectares of sunflower. So it's the biggest market in Europe. And Russia is supposed to be the main driver of our growing path in the future, and allowing us to increase the market share everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Both Ukraine and Russia, so Eastern Europe definitely has your...
Yes, and maybe Ukraine has developed the farming activity recently, but Russia is about to increase even more the farming activity, to export, and Russian farmers right now are eager to get access to new technology, to switch from old genetic to a new variety addressing their new challenges.
Sure. Philippe, you mentioned innovation already before, and in the last few years we've seen some very interesting technologies being added to the plant breeders toolbox, and they're often regrouped as plant breeding innovation. But unfortunately, last July, the European Court of Justice decided that the products from plant breeding innovation are to be regulated as GMOs. What is your take on that decision?
As Euralis, we have always supported innovation.
Sure.
So, in my point of view, it's once again a step back for innovation. We are eager to allow farmers to get access to new variety, to get access quickly to the answer they need to face challenges. So for me, it's a pity to now allow the European farmer to be as competitive as every farmer in the world, and to have access to the best technologies the seeds company can provide to them. So as a global company, we will obviously address the different market with the tools we can use. So maybe slow tools answering the European market and fast tools answering other markets. But definitively for us it's a pity to not be able to take advantage of this innovation.
Yeah, certainly. I've heard that sentiment many times before. Yes, I believe that almost all of Europe is disappointed in this decision.
I think we have to continue working on that. We
Yeah.
need definitively to be able to support farming and farmers with innovation, and a tool for innovation is key. They have to face challenges, climate change, new technological approach, agronomic and quality skills for variety. Our business as seed provider is to look for new variety, including new skills, and new breeding technology are just tools.
You are running, I would say, a global company, but the global environment is not getting a whole lot easier. There's different regulations out there between the various countries, and they're not always aligned. How do you navigate a company like yours, like Euralis, through those difficult and sometimes challenging global waters?
Well, for sure it's quite complex. We are operating in different markets. All these countries, we have mentioned Russia and Ukraine, they are different market, different regulation. Turkey, out of the European Union, and inside the European Union, the rules are not always exactly the same, and we have to manage with certain complexity. I refer to seed treatment use. It can also be different according to the decision of the country and the same time. So our organization is to be able to think globally, to always have the global vision of the business, especially referring to innovation. There is no border for climate, for soils. It's not linked to the administrative border and to the local rules. So to have a capacity to see the global needs of the market, at the same time to be able to answer locally. So sometimes it's more expensive to be able to address properly each part of the market. But we have a global organization then that allows us to connect the global thinking to the local acting.
I love the slogan to to think globally and to act locally. Absolutely. I love it. Philippe, you're a CEO of a very successful seed company. What kind of wise advice would you like to give to us other business leaders in the sector?
Well, for sure, we are quite proud of our growing path in the last few years, and we expect to continue growing. Also, the market to continue asking for technology. And my vision is to be able to establish high standards in all parts of the business, from production to breeding to market approach. Every piece of the company, of the business, must run for higher standards always. And on top of that, to make sure that everything is perfectly connected. Each part of the business perfectly connected internally, but also to keep interconnected inside the business sector. I refer to association in order to be able to face the complexity of the market we mentioned before, but also interconnected because the innovation is a common race, but also a common battle.
Excellent, I love it. Okay, thank you very much, Philippe.
You're welcome. Thank you for attending me.